everyone, welcome back to a new video, another Christmas video. Today I'm gonna be taking this plain wreath, which the cats know. Yeah, plain wreath from Hobbycraft. The 35cm polystyrene wreath was £5.50, so I'm going to be taking this to a bauble wreath. I have a lot of decorations around me, so let me share with you what I've got. I've got some luxury, they're just from B&M, luxury mini baubles, a pack of 20 in silver and gold. I also have these copper ones, because like copper bronze ones, because my tree colours are mixed metals, so copper, bronze, silver and gold. These are a few years old, but I thought they added to the colour scheme quite nicely. And then this bag here is last year's bauble wreath, which I have taken it apart. As you can see, there's quite a few different colours in here, and I have my hot glue gun, which is how I'm going to attach everything onto the wreath. I have some lights, which are in cool. Oh, I've got two lots of lights there. In cool, there's not loads of lights here, but I don't want too many lights when they're cool. I don't mind more lights when it's warmer, but I just think cool lights can look a bit harsh if there's too many on there. With a battery pack. And then, I don't know if I'm going to use these yet, but some mini poinsettias. So we have copper, silver and champagne gold, which if you watched my last video, which was my decoration haul, I talked about those and made a mess with them. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, as I said, but I've got them out just in case. But this is probably going to be a bit of a time lapse, more just a voiceover and me sort of figuring out what I'm doing, because I've not actually done a bauble wreath this way before. I did one last year. I used the coat hanger and threaded them all on, which was fine. They just weren't quite as secure as I wanted them to be, whereas obviously on here I'm going to secure it with hot glue. It's going to be firm, nothing's going to shift, hopefully. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the extension cable for my hot glue gun. I'm gonna start by separating this bag out into colour groups and like bauble groups. So example, like we've got a gold sparkle, silver sparkle, a silver doll, you get what I mean. I'm going to separate them all into the colour groups so that I don't have clusters of any colours or anything. And then we're going to start filming. Okay, so as you can see, I've divided all the baubles up into each of the colour groups, and I'm just having a play with patterns and colours, making sure they don't group together too much. And the thing that I have done is taken the string bit off, so the top cap, I'd call it a cap maybe. Yeah, I've taken that off so that obviously there's no way that the bauble is going to fall off. It's going to be secured perfectly, and I've done it flat on the ground so that everything is at the same level, so it can sit flush to a wall or to the door. And the glue gun that I'm using is the Crafter's Companion one, and I've got a spare 10 sticks. I actually used 6 new ones, and I already had one in my glue gun, so I used nearly 7 sticks in total to do this, and I used 88 baubles in total. I think it was 44 big and 44 small, if I remember, and if my counting was right. But I'm going to go around and stick it all. With these inner and outer ones, I'm just sticking the head to the foam, to the polystyrene, sorry, and not the baubles to each other. But I'm going to go round and do all of those now. And then I'm going to go around the centre of the top of the foam, keep calling it foam, polystyrene, and I'm going to stick larger baubles. I didn't actually set a pattern out for this. I just sort of went as and what I fancied. And the thing that I noticed about this was that the baubles needed a bit of glue on them to stick together, because otherwise they kept falling over. But once I had some on the head and then some on the side to stick it to the previous bauble, they went on really easily. And as you can see, we've near enough fully done that. I did go a little off centre, as you can see, but that's easy to hide. And then I'm taking my clear cool lights and I'm threading them in and out of that centre row of baubles that we've just done. I wanted to do this before I got out the smaller baubles to fill in the gaps. The one thing I will say, if you're going to do this, just be careful when you're using your hot glue to not get it on any of the wires. Obviously you should be okay, but just in case, you don't want to be causing any electrical fires. And just making sure I've tucked in all of the ends, and then I'm going to switch them on and just place them where I want to make sure that they're nice and evenly dispersed. And as you can see, it just sort of glows from within. And then I am going to take my small baubles and I'm going to do the same as I did with the large ones, take the heads off them, and then I'm just going to go around and fill them in. These I really did no pattern at all. I just sort of put as and where I thought was right, just to fill in the gap, and it completely changed the look of it once I got all of the baubles in place. As you can see, it looks so different. Now, don't worry if you have to stick them on top of each other, just fill in the gaps as best as possible and make sure you use enough glue so that it sticks to all areas. And as you can see, there's a couple of little holes, but don't worry, because that's where I'm going to place the poinsettias and just fill those in with a couple of spare decorations that I've got. But as you can see, it is finally starting to come together. Now, this took me about an hour to do fully, and that was with setting up my camera, filming, stopping to show you and things like that. But it really is so easy and such an inexpensive way to get a gorgeous wreath that you can use every year. So this is my finished wreath. As you can see, with those lights weaved in and out, as I said, I just weaved them around the central big ones. It just glows from within. It doesn't take away from the baubles. I did go with a pattern around the outside just to make sure that I didn't have anything clustered together. And then everything else, all the little ones are all random. But I just use them to fill the gaps, picking up, like, making sure there's not too much of one colour together. These, little beads here were from the range. I've still actually got some left. As you can see, I've only cut a couple of twigs just to stick in to add a little bit of dimension. These were obviously my eBay poinsettias. I put a copper, a champagne and a silver one in just to tie it all together. These lights I think were Wilko, if I remember. Wilko. Cool white. They could be warm white if you wanted, but I picked these because the cable is clear and obviously it's not going to take away from the wreath. The cats love it. Luna does keep trying. I've got a teeth mark actually in one of these. Luna keeps trying to bite them, these little ones. But hopefully once it's up you won't see that. I was going to show you this finished and hung, but I got a bad batch of command strips. I ordered quite a lot of different ones for my Christmas decorations, and the ones that I've got on here would not stick at all. They would stick. I left them overnight. I'm actually filming this the next day, and they just peeled straight off. So they were from Amazon, but Amazon have been really good. They've refunded me fully, and we're just figuring out how we're going to hang this. I think we're just going to go with the nail and some clear fishing wire. I would use a wreath hook, but the door that I want to hang it on is actually too wide, and I cannot for the life of me find an extra wide hook. So yeah, this is it finished. Hope you like it. I hope it gave you a little somewhere to start, gave you an idea of things. This all in all probably cost me what were we? The baubles were probably about £15 altogether, and then the wreath was about £10. And as I said, these are little decorations that I've either bought for the tree and I've just used the odd little bit, but for about £20 this is it complete. The lights obviously, like I said, I had already. So if you wanted to buy everything from new, £25 would get you this gorgeous wreath that you can get out year after year. You can do it to your own colour scheme, and if you change it, it's simple enough to just take the baubles off or buy a new ring, and then that way if you decide to go back to this colour scheme, you've always got that choice. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to see some more Christmas content. I've got my garland decorating video coming just in about a week's time, but I hope you like it, and I will see you all next time. Bye!